Test, test. This one's on.
Well, fans, at this time,
This one's on.
Champions continues with our official weigh-in for our Showtime Championship Boxing featured attraction and our first world title attraction of the evening. Please welcome the fighters as they make their way to the stage. First, the challenger from Kaunas, Lithuania. He is undefeated at 13 wins, no losses, one no decision.
I got both. There we are. We're here. All right.
And it looks like our fighters are ready to step onto the scale. 12 rounds of boxing, WBA regular welterweight championship of the world. First, the challenger, a 2016 Olympian undefeated challenger, Emantas Stanionis.
Yeah, buddy. Sorry for the delay. We are here, folks. Of course, here at the weigh-in, we got the Montez standing on this, getting on the scale now. Going against Butev.
146 and a half pounds, 146 and a half pounds.
I believe.
Emantas Stanionis. Limit is 147. He makes it quite easily.
This is the co-main.
And his opponent is the defending champion, making the first defense of his title, the undefeated WBA welterweight world champion, Radzab No Mercy Butayev. 146 and a half pounds, the same weight as his opponent. Butayev weighs in at 146 and 1/2 pounds.
That's gonna be a great fight. I believe that's the co-main on the Showtime telecast before going to pay-per-view. These guys are weighing in for the second time. I don't want to misspeak, but I think this is not the official weigh-in. I think that this is the second weigh-in. These guys have had a little to eat and drink before getting on the scales again. The first time they got on the scales were just for the commission to see it so that they can do it live right here with no hiccups. I think the commissions are starting to do that just so that they can get it out of the way. If somebody is off weight, we want to know now before TV is live and the world has to see something that we don't need them to see in boxing. So usually they do it, or what they're starting to do is do an early weigh-in. If somebody's a half pound, 2.2 over, go work it off now. Get it off now. That way when we're live on TV, everybody's smiling and everybody's happy. Like that right there.
Welterweight championship with a world battle of undefeated. Radzab Butayev, Emantas Stanionis.
It looks like Butayev has a little bit more height on him than I realized he had.
Weigh in for our Showtime Championship boxing portion of our program tomorrow night. Once again, Eastern Time starting at 7 p.m. Local Central Time, 6 p.m. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to
There I am,
official weigh-in.
hair and all. Don't worry about that. I'm getting it done later.
Action brought to you by
Pretty sure y'all will be watching that.
and sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, O'Reilly Auto Parts, and Memory, starring Liam Neeson.
Let me shout them out. Grand Cuts will be there at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, going live at the barbershop. Hollywood Bebe hooked me up with that. We're going to go in there and have some fun. I believe Hollywood's going to come holler at me for a second. Bebe is going to come holler at me for a second at some point before we get out of here today. Nevertheless, we will be live at Grand Cuts, which is 1019 East Belton Road in DeSoto, Texas. We'll be there live, 4 p.m. Central Time, for y'all that'll be checking us out on YouTube.
Known as the Crippler
My man is known as the Crippler. Now, that's a hell of a nickname right there. I ain't mad at that at all. The Crippler.
And as our fighters are preparing to step onto the scale, remind you your Showtime pay-per-view begins at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's 8 p.m. Central Time.
Is the audio coming through for him?
Turn it up. 21 knockouts in this 49 professional bouts. The battle-ready veteran world contender. Please welcome the Riverside Rocky, Josecito Lopez.
Everybody says this is fight of the night. Still in the show, possibly.
146 and a half pounds, 146 and a half pounds for Josecito Lopez. And his opponent is a determined force of the division, the undefeated southpaw contender, the crippler Cody Crowley. Cody Crowley weighs in at a ready 144 and a half pounds, 144 and a half pounds for Cody Crowley.
The way he was drinking, that's like he ain't had nothing yet. I might be wrong. Some people actually got, or no, I'm not gonna say actually, but some people have Jorge. I'm talking about Josecito Lopez winning this fight. Yeah, that's a nice stare down right there. Josecito looks serious. Why he's so serious?
Well, as Premier Boxing Champions continues with their official weigh-in for a boxing extravaganza taking place tomorrow night at AT&T Stadium. This time we present lightweights and a special attraction. Please welcome to the stage from Mexico City, La Ciudad de Mexico. With a record of 27 wins, 3 losses, and 2 draws, he has 19 wins coming by way of knockout. He's the former WBC super featherweight champion of the world, Francisco El Bandido Vargas. And we invite to the stage at this time, fighting out of Seattle, Washington, by way of Los Mochis, Sinaloa, Mexico. His record 11-0 with 7 knockouts.
Test. This one's off now. This one's off. Test. Just want to make sure it was on. Man, this young kid is on fire right now.
Step onto the scale at this time. Scheduled 10 rounds of boxing for the WBC Continental America's lightweight championship. Weight limit on this fight is 135 pounds. Here is the former Olympian, former WBC super featherweight world champion Francisco El Bandido Vargas.
This is going to be a banger right here. This is going to be a banger. I think every fight tomorrow night is going to be a banger. It's going to, not every fight's going to be back and forth, but I mean, the fist will be thrown non-stop tomorrow night.
Francisco Vargas. And his opponent, the undefeated talented rising star and southpaw contender Jose El Ray Valenzuela.
This kid is on fire right now. If I had to predict this fight, I would say Venezuela's going to take some shots to the head, but he's going to deliver some of his own. I can see him breaking down Vargas. I don't know if Venezuela will get the knockout, but I definitely think that he'll break down Vargas and control the action. It's going to be a lot of action in that fight. A lot of punches landed, not just thrown, but landed in that one. I see Venezuela winning that fight and remaining undefeated. I will do super chats today, but I think between what they're doing on the stage and then what I got to say afterwards, I won't have much time to answer to a lot of the questions and comments in the chat today. I'm going to go a little bit further in detail with the main event once this is over. And I want to try to end the live today in about an hour and a half, closer to an hour opposed to the 2 hours that we've been doing this week so far. But we're going to do what we got to do. We're supposed to get Steven Jackson over here. That'll be tight. And I'm hoping to get Hollywood Bebe over here as well. And possibly a couple more guests.
WBC Continental America's lightweight championship. Jose El Rayo Valenzuela versus Francisco El Bandido Vargas. Both our fighters proudly representing the home country of Mexico. This will be a great battle tomorrow night, live on Showtime pay-per-view.
Eric C. just asked, how are you enjoying retirement? I'm enjoying it. It's exactly what I expected to be at this point. Actually, you know what? I'm more busy than I expected to be at this point, but I'm enjoying life. And yes, Butaev versus Staniones will be a barn burner, but I think the barn is going to burn. It's not going to burn as long as people expect it to. Here you go. Here you go. Baby. What's up with it? I'm on right now, man. You come through whenever. Anytime, boss. He said, all right, let's do it. Bring us in right quick. Not as promised, because I don't make promises, but we do got Hollywood Bay over here. You a fight fan?
I'm a fight fan.
Like, you ain't just Dallas. You here because it's Dallas and because it's Errol Spence. Like, you a fight fan.
I'm a fight fan. I'm a real Shawn Porter fan, too.
I know that, man. I got hit to that a minute ago, man.
Yeah.
And I appreciate, man, all the love and respect that you've shown me. We keep in touch. And I hit you up, not really sure if I was going to come or not. But after having a conversation with you, I said, you know what?
You here.
If Bebe going to be up in there,
here.
I got to come through and represent as well.
Here.
Yeah.
Mr. Porter is here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's a beautiful day in Texas, man. I mean, the weather's right.
The weather's all the way right. I can get down with this.
Yeah, real talk,
Like,
right?
this nice for me.
Yeah, they say everything's big in Texas, man. So, you know, hey, it's going to be an exciting weekend. I'm so excited.
Everything bigger in Texas. Why y'all building so goddamn big?
Man, listen.
Like, it's a bunch of space, and then it's a big building.
Bam.
And then a bunch of space, and then a big building. Why?
There's a lot of real estate out here, man.
Yeah, it
you know,
is. I've been hearing
everybody,
about
you
that.
know, when you wanna retire,
I've been hearing about that.
You know, we got to get Shawn Porter a ranch out here.
Yeah.
Horses and cattle. And,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got any of that?
Yes,
Oh,
got
you
all
do.
of that. You know what
You
I'm saying? Got a ranch. We got. Hey,
People don't realize that, but black people mess with the ranches
Yes.
and the herds and the
All of
cattle
that.
and all that.
And I got to get you to come to a trail ride.
All right, let's do it.
A trail ride is like where all the black cowboys. Well, really
Okay.
not just one culture or one race. You know what I'm saying? But really, like when we do it for us, it's a trail ride. It's a weekend event. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Horse racing, style.
Okay.
You know, real country
Yeah.
type living.
Somebody showed me one time he was on the horse and he was controlling the horse. The horse was moving forward, backward, left,
That's
right,
it.
doing the little dancing and turning and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You get down with all
Yeah,
that
yeah.
too?
Now that's universal, but yes, we in the country we have a certain way that we do it. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
yeah, I
That's
definitely got
different
to get
from like so.
Yeah.
What y'all do here is a little different from.
you got pro boxing,
Yeah.
and then you have this other type of boxing.
Yeah.
UFC fighting.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
got
yeah,
you.
you got to come out. We got to tap you all the way into the
Come on
country
now.
life.
Come on now.
You country boy now.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm from Cleveland, man. They call us country city folk.
Come on, man. Country
Yeah.
city folk, man.
So-
You put the paint where it ain't.
Most people from that's in Cleveland, like most of us have moved from the South.
Right.
All my family, on both sides of my family, from Alabama. You know what I mean? So I got Alabama roots, and not just me, but Cleveland as a whole. Like a lot of the people in Cleveland.
I think my cousin said,
migrated
is that where they do the horse racing, the big horse racing up there?
Yeah. What we got? We got Thistledown out there in Cleveland. And that's horse racing. Yeah.
One of my cousins told me that they go buy horses from.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, they come up there to get the real fast.
That's what's
So you know, that's yeah.
That's what's
You got to
up.
tap all the way in with your hometown.
Enough for the horses.
You know, that's that man right there.
Yeah.
That's that man right there. Mr. Number 11 from the Dallas Cowboys, Michael Parsons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I had him on my fantasy this year.
Yes. How did you do?
Yeah. He was scoring points. I ain't gonna say I scored points, but he scored points.
He made you look good.
Consistently too.
Made you look good.
Sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. O'Reilly
Definitely
Auto
want to
Parts
salute
and
him.
Memory
Gotta
Starting
salute him, man.
Nissan.
We stole him.
Fans, here we go. Let's bring out our fighters. First, the WBA World Champion. Fighting out of Las Vegas
What I want to do, I want to let the weigh-in happen real quick, and then I want to talk X's and O's real quick.
Absolutely.
About the main event.
Let's do it.
Say what you feel about the main.
12 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the current defending WBA welterweight champion of the world, 54 Milagros, Yordenis Ugas.
Shout out to Jimmy Lennon Jr. That he cold on the mic. He do his thing.
Yeah.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, on to the stage at this time from Dallas, Texas. His record 27 all, with 21 knockouts. A true star of boxing today. The undefeated IBF and WBC welterweight champion of the world, the truth, Errol Spence Jr.
So let me do this right quick and just kind of hip you on. When you watch a fighter weigh in, you want to see the same energy that you see every day from this fighter.
Yes.
In the gym and outside the gym.
Right.
When you don't see that energy, those are signs that of nervousness, or he lost too much weight in a short amount of time, or he's a little dehydrated. The guys that get on the scale and can't wait to get the water, them the guys that lost the weight wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you want to see a guy smile when he get on the scale.
Oh, that means he had no.
You want to see a guy looking good, feeling comfortable. Right here, Ugas looks good, looks comfortable.
146 3/4 pounds for Yordenis.
You know, I didn't know that.
You want to see
Oh,
that.
yeah. Oh, look at that. That was.
Step onto the scale at this time in his 7th consecutive world title appearance. The reigning WBC and IBF welterweight.
So how does Errol look?
My man looks solid, yo.
Spence Jr.
My man looks solid.
What that weight say?
I don't know. He look
146 1/4
He look like
Somebody that fought Errol. How does Errol look right now?
He look great.
He look great.
He looks great.
And how did Ugas look?
Ugas look good. Ugas look great too.
Okay.
There's more energy towards Errol because you see the cuts in his body. You can see that he looks like he's gonna be strong tomorrow night.
Wait a minute. They finna weigh Michael Parsons. Mike say, nah, I'm not getting up there. Come on, Mike, get up there.
Did you play football?
No, I didn't play football. I was in the band.
Okay.
I went across the middle one time. Boom.
Yeah.
Got hit.
He said, "Oh."
Headed to the band.
Yeah.
Tweet.
When I was growing up, they had weight limits on football. I never had to cut weight, but we had guys cutting weight. This is back in the day. You wearing trash bags right before a football game, trying to lose a pound or 2 pounds.
And it was
so you
hot.
could play ball. Yeah, and it was hot. Yeah.
So when y'all trained, was it cold?
It wasn't Dallas hot, but it was hot.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. August through July, June. You get June. June through October. June through September. It's hot. It's 80s, 90s. After that, it cut down real quick.
Yeah, Errol looks good, bro.
He looked good, man. He looked comfortable. He looked like he ready to get this face off out the way.
So what's the size difference? Ooh, look at them guns.
It looked real close. You could tell Errol the younger guy.
Right.
Errol looks to be the stronger guy. The muscle definition is
That's what I was
definitely
gonna
there
say,
for Errol.
Cowboy great Mike Carson.
I don't know. Unless my eyes is lying to me. The belts is blocking.
Belts is what?
The belts are blocking Earl's.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but look at there. Okay. Ugas got a little something,
Yeah.
too, though. He's solid,
See,
too.
you know all about that. That's why.
Yeah.
That's
He's
why I'm the
solid,
guest
too.
on the show.
Yeah, yep.
I'm excited.
But
man.
I was going to say, like, that's what you want. You want both guys to look good. You want both guys to be strong. You want both guys to be in their prime right now. Both these guys are. Let's let them talk real quick.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and supporting me. I'm putting on a great show and a great performance. Shout out to my family over there. Y'all already know it's nothing but love. I love you down. We're going to put on a great show tomorrow. I'm going to put on another great performance. Man down, we got another strap to my belt. Let's go.
Errol Spence Jr., the IBF and WBC welterweight champion of the world.
Where the walkie-talkie at, huh? They gonna talk to Ugas?
That's the main man right there, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Shout out to Richard Schaefer. If you don't know Richard Schaefer, Google him.
Yes.
Google Richard Schaefer. He is definitely the man.
We kicked it in Vegas.
That's what's up. So tell me what you think, how you feel
Right now,
about the fight.
I feel like by me being a boxing fan, and there's levels of different boxing fans,
Yeah, for sure.
I know that we're going to have a good fight, right? Because we have two strong champions. I saw what Ugas did to Manny Pacquiao with such a short notice. How tough was that, though? Because I'm not a boxer.
This is what I told people. It was harder for Manny to get ready for the fight than it was for Ugas.
Okay.
Think about it. We look at those guys. We aspire to be like those guys, and the closer we get, we want to fight those guys.
Gotcha.
Ugas has been thinking about wanting
That
to
day.
fight Manny for a long time. So he was well prepared beyond just getting just a week up to prepare for the fight.
Gotcha.
He was prepared for Manny years ago.
Wow.
Because that's what he wanted. You know what I mean? Way much harder for Manny to get prepared for that fight. You know?
In 1 week. But
Yeah.
so with that being said, my guys over there stumping
Yeah.
roaches, you know. With that being said, I'm not trying to be biased, but I know we're going to have a good show. I'm not nervous, but it's something there. I have concerns.
You supposed to have concerns.
I have concerns.
You supposed to have concerns. I think that's what heightens the intensity
Yes.
of the fight and also your investment into the fight.
Yes.
A lot of times people aren't invested in the fight when they feel like that guy's going to walk through that guy.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. The investment's not there. The emotional attachment isn't
Yes.
there. So you're supposed, or we want you to have some concerns, but it's Yordenis Ugas.
Yes.
It's a guy who has physically and realistically clawed his way back to a position to fight Errol
Yes.
Spence Jr.
Yes.
People forget that maybe about 4 years ago he was almost out the game.
Wow.
And Claude fought his way back to it. You know what I mean? So you talk about energy for the fight. Ugas' energy is, I'm finally here.
Yes.
I can't let this slip away. You know what I mean?
And I always tell people, who's watching the wolves when they show their teeth?
Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
That's what I see
I like that.
when I look at Ugas.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not even riding the high of Manny Pacquiao. That's
Yeah.
over with. That's done. That's history
Yeah.
in the books. If this weekend doesn't pan out right,
That's how it is in the boxing game.
wow.
My dad taught me this when I was young. He said, boxing's all about what have you done for me lately.
Yes.
If you aren't successful in this fight, then nobody's going to care about you tomorrow. He said, and guess what? If you are successful in this fight, nobody cares. What are you going to do tomorrow?
Yes.
You know what I mean? So every fight out, we have to be successful, and we have to be no less than great.
No less than great.
Because if we're not, people going to sniff it out, they're going to see it, they're going to expose it, and they're going to want to move on. You know what I mean? So with that being said, no, Ugas can't afford to ride on the wave of Manny Pacquiao.
Right.
He can let everybody else say it.
Yes.
But for himself, he's got to be, when people say, oh, you did great, the only thing he can do is, thank you, watch what I do to Spence.
Yes. And we're in for a good fight this weekend.
I believe so.
AT&T
I believe
Stadium.
so. We got to fight. I think Ugas is going to get the fight from Spence what he expects to get from Spence. He's going to get it.
Yes.
He didn't get what he expected to get from me. He thought it was going to be toe to toe in the middle of the ring.
Right.
I didn't fight him. He's waving me on, come get me. I'm like, nah, man, you got to beat me at my game tonight.
Talk to me.
We
about
knew that he couldn't move and he wouldn't be able to get to me.
Right.
And that's why we went with the fighting style that we did against Ugas. It was weird that we slipped through with the split decision victory.
Right.
In my corner, we like, yo, this is a great night for us. We knew he couldn't move. We knew he couldn't get to us.
Right.
But with this fight right here, I don't believe that Ugas is gonna have to go looking for a Spence.
He's gonna get the fight of his.
I think he's gonna get the fight he expects.
Ooh, and that's crazy.
We gonna get the fight we expect.
Yes.
They're gonna get the fights that they expect. There's gonna be a lot of blows landed.
They throwing some leather Saturday
I
night.
don't know if this one goes the distance. I really don't.
6 rounds.
I really don't. I really don't.
6 rounds of leather throwing.
Yeah.
All right. So
What'd you say? 6 rounds?
6 rounds.
It's a
of leather.
12-round fight.
Yeah, 6 rounds.
He
guys.
said 6, and
6 rounds.
that's it.
Hey man, listen. People always thinking about playing football. They always think about catching the ball, but nobody ever talks about, ooh, I got hit.
Yeah.
They never think about that.
Yeah.
You fought both fighters though. Who has more power?
I think that Spence hit me more. He was able to touch me flush. Of course, everybody saw that 10th round knockdown or 11th round knockdown, whichever round that was. Right. I believe that Spence, definitely on paper and from what we have seen, he's the stronger fighter.
Okay.
I think that he's got a big wall in front of him and Ugas. Ugas ain't gonna want to go away quietly. And I believe for a number of rounds, they're gonna be looking for where they can be successful.
Right.
In my fight with Ugas, he didn't make adjustments. I think they're going to be prepared to make adjustments.
In this one.
And this is what I said. I said when I fought at the StubHub Center and I fought Kell Brook, I said I learned a lesson in that fight. And I became better because of that fight. I believe, fast forward, when Ugas fought me at the Home Depot Center, where it is now, I believe he learned a lesson. He fought me the same way for 12 rounds, and I think he learned that you can't do that at the highest level. Yeah, so I think we both ended up learning a lesson at the wrong time, at the worst time,
right?
You know, at the same place. So expect Ugas to make some decisions, some adjustments. Yeah, come through right there.
Being a guy from Ohio, you get a lot of love here in Texas.
Hey, it's I figured it out. It ain't because I'm Showtime Shawn Porter. This is a big fight city. The love has been crazy. It's been crazy. I was at Walmart because yes, I shop at Walmart. It's what it is.
The biggest club in America.
This guy was walking by, right, and he double take, right. He stopped. He said, "Hey, I ain't gonna bust you out. Just know I know who you are.
Yes.
You that.
Yes.
Just know I know you that. They may not know. This is what he said to me. They may not know, but I know you that.
Yes.
Much respect." And then he just kept it pushing.
Big fight
town. I mean, so big fight town. It's been love out here, man.
The crowd chanted for you to come out of retirement.
Yeah.
They chanted. How does that make you feel? See, you know, hey, let me take over your interview. How does that make you feel, bro? Like, one more. They want to see it.
This is no BS.
Yes.
That's the only thing that gives me a feeling of wanting to come back.
Yeah.
It's the fact that so many people say that boxing has lost something. They say that one of the best just retired, and they keep asking me if I'm coming back, and they want me to come back. Beyond that, I never thought that I would want to come back to the sport once I retired. I don't intend to come back. My boys, the podcast, my dad, my family, nobody will really let me come back.
Right.
I don't want to, not even the money.
Wow.
The fans will pull me back before the money would, to keep it real with you.
The fans here, I was there.
Yeah.
And I wish the rest of the world, which they probably, somebody has a clip of it. but they showed you so much love
Yeah.
on Wednesday.
Yeah.
That would make me consider.
Yeah.
And I used to dance, and I've gotten to this point where I feel like I've entertained enough.
Yeah.
But when the fans give you that type of love,
It gets you going.
It gets you going.
Get you going. It's different, man. The level of fighting at the highest level in the ring, and you know people like when I fought Spence, Bobby Brown was in my dressing room before the fight, and I knew that so many people were gonna come to that fight.
Yes.
I was like, yo, give me that. That's why I came. That's why I decided to turn pro. You know what I mean? So. Upon retirement, I forgot that I was gonna be leaving y'all. I ain't think about that. I ain't consider that. So that's the hard part for me.
Yeah, man. What's another good fight that you're looking forward to tonight?
I'm definitely on the Showtime telecast. I'm looking forward to that Yordenis and that Boutiev fight. I think that everybody thinks that or knows that that's gonna be a barn burner. I expect that one to be great. And on the
I'm looking for Isaac
pay-per-view card. Are you liking Isaac Cruz?
I love him.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
love him.
Yeah, I would say Isaac too.
Yeah, he's solid.
That's gonna be a good fight too.
Yeah.
He's got Gamboa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody want Gamboa to show up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, everybody wants him to show up. I don't know if he's gonna show up. I don't know.
You know, I love talking to someone who's done it all.
Yeah.
In church they got this thing say God don't use perfect people. He only uses people that's been through something. So that's why it's an honor to sit here with you.
Thank you, man.
And talk boxing.
Thank you, man.
Because I know you know what you're talking about. And you're not biased.
No, I try not to be.
Yes.
I definitely try not to be biased.
Yes.
And I think we've done a really good job on the podcast of talking about Ugas and Spence and kind of the X's and O's where both those guys can have their success. I'll go ahead and say it now. I haven't said this at this point because I have been saving some things. But the fight, I know they might not be able to see it on the screen, but whoever can control the distance right here, it's right here. This is where the fight gonna be won.
Right here.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Here is where the fight's going. It's a little bit further away than we are right now, but basically right here is where the fight's gonna be won. Ugas isn't much of a jabber. He likes to get to the body and then work the head. He's not going to double jab right hand. He's not going to feint and try to set up the body shots. He's going to throw a jab and try to get down to the body. In order to get to the body, you got to be close. You know what I mean? So he's not going to use a fast jab or a couple of jabs to get to the body. He's got to be right here to be effective. Errol is kind of, for the sake of words, a master of working right here. Because the difference with Errol is he will go boom, 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 and then come down, boom. There's a difference right there, you know what I mean? He will go boom, boom, and go down, you know what I mean? So I think that Errol has more to his game right here, but what movements is Ugas going to use to get Errol off balance? Yeah. That was, I think, what made me successful in my fight with Errol was when we were right there, it was a lot of me pivoting, it was a lot of me in and out, and feigning and things like that. If you fight right here and you ain't got head movement against Errol, it's going to be a hard night for you. You know what I mean? So I got a feeling that they know that they have to be able to control this. They're going to use Ugas and his team. They're going to use a small step back just to get a little out of distance. Then they'll try to work to get to the body. I don't see him stepping around and pivoting and things like that. But I think it's going to be a little bit, maybe it's 2 steps back just to control that. Right. And for Errol, I think the adjustment is just going to be, how do I hit you? What do I need to do to hit you? You know what I mean? Right. And Errol is, I tweeted this the other day. Errol is, I'm not going to say he is the #1 guy, but he is. The pool is very small. He's in a very small pool of guys that have the fundamentals and have the basics of boxing to a T. He is fantastic / great at the fundamentals and the basics of boxing. And people don't understand that it only takes the basics to be great. You know what I mean? The extra stuff, the feigning and the pivoting and all that, that's just that's for show.
Right.
So that people know you got something great
Yes.
in your repertoire and
Right.
that you can do something fantastic on and exciting on fight night. But for the most part, whoever has the basics and the fundamentals down to a T, that's who wins the fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was watching Errol do his workout, and I had seen it before, but I'm just like, I crossed my arms and I was just shaking my head like, this dude has the basics. He's got the complete package. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he's been who he's been to the fight game so far.
Right. Well, we'll see it go down this Saturday.
It's going down Saturday night. Make sure y'all order the pay-per-view,
Yes.
Showtime pay-per-view. And you in the building?
Yes, I'm in the building.
Ringside?
Close.
Yeah.
Close.
They asked me, they said, you want to sit in media row or you want to sit up close? I said, yeah, I think I got to be closer.
At the best stadium in the world, the AT&T Stadium,
Yeah.
there's not a bad seat in the house.
Yeah.
The big Jumbotron.
Yeah.
Well, you could be looking at the fight, but the fight can be closer to you,
Yeah.
even if you're that close.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a bad seat in the house.
Yeah.
That's why I like them fighting at AT&T Stadium, you know?
Errol got a good thing being down here, huh?
Got a lovely thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's
like,
home, man.
Yeah, like home for him, it's like everything's built in. I had to go to Vegas to you know, get the exposure and get the love and get the work and get on the platform and the stage that I was able to make it to. My man, it's right down the street for him.
Yes.
It ain't like that for everybody, man. That's good for him.
Hey, let's talk about, you know, for somebody who's just a boxing fan, you know, TV puts a lot of weight on guys.
Yeah, it do. Yeah, it do. Funny you say that. Somebody asked me earlier, they said, who's tougher, Ugas or Spence? I said, you really can't judge who's tougher. Both those guys they're gonna get that. If they go down, they're getting up and they're coming back for more.
Okay.
That's just who they are. I said, but if you think about it like this, if I had to say who would bow out first, it would be Ugas. And this is what I say to support that statement. I said Ugas has lost before. He knows what it feels like to lose. Furthermore, he knows what it feels like when you're in a fight and you start to go and you know you're losing. He knows what that feels like.
Right.
He's not gonna bow out in 5 rounds if he feels like he's losing. But around 7 or 8, if ain't nothing gone his way so far, those thoughts
Ding, 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 ding.
of being there before, but beyond those thoughts, to your point, the thoughts of what everybody else has said to this point. You can't beat Spence. Spence gonna knock you out. Spence undefeated. Spence is 100% since the accident, since the eye. Spence is stronger than you. Spence is more powerful. All of those thoughts creep in. This is why I tell guys, stay off social media, because you don't need you got your own thoughts to battle.
You need
You
that
don't
one.
need to battle the thoughts of social media as well. You know what I mean? So a lot of times what we do is great. We got to do this. And for the fighters, you got to stay away from it. Because guess what? He get knocked down. He's been there before. The thought of, oh, shit, I've been here before. Let me get up. Gets me there. But then guess what? If I had a thought of what I saw or heard on social media, they told me I was going to be there.
You become desperate.
You start to get desperate. You start to feel defeated. And you get closer to being defeated from that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's big.
On
That's
the
big.
other side of that, Spence he's never lost. He's may have been in some fights. I think with my fight, he may have felt like I think with my fight, he may have felt like some things might not be going his way.
The biggest.
But my dude stays strong. He stays solid.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Spence. He stays strong
Discipline.
and he stays solid. Beyond that, bring it back to me. Beyond that, he knows that he gets stronger as the fights go on.
Wow.
Beyond that, guess what? Social media tells us that he gets stronger as the fights go on.
It
So my
places
dude ain't doing nothing but reading good things, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to take 10 consecutive rounds of him not feeling like something's going his way for desperation to kick in, for the uh-ohs to kick in, for the what if I lose to kick in, for the I'm at my hometown losing and all that kind of. It's going to take 10 rounds for him because he's never been there. He's never had to have those thoughts.
Right.
So if something creeps in, it's easy for him to combat it because he's never been there before. You know what I'm saying? Furthermore, social media ain't ain't shooting him nothing that's going to, creep in.
And I will say this, being a loyal Dallas Cowboy fan,
Yeah.
there's a cloud. I don't want to call it a certain color, but there's a cloud that when the Cowboys go down
Yeah.
or the other team scores first,
Yeah.
there's a memory
Yeah.
of, oh, man, we've been here before.
Yeah. 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 That's real.
And you
That's
forget
real.
to cheer.
That's real.
And you forget to applaud. You forget to
That's real.
root on
That's real.
your champions.
That's real.
And if they feel it,
Yep.
you initially going to feel it.
Yep. And that's why I told the guy earlier. I said, man, the social media or media itself, I feel should take it a little easier on these fighters. We got to do our job, but take it easier on these fighters because you don't want something you said to be the reason somebody can't get up off the canvas and give us all what we want.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean?
Everybody don't know how to take those comments and use them as fuel
Yeah.
to the fire.
Now I got to keep it real. It's a fighter's job to build themselves up and to throw up the middle fingers to all of the negativity that they see and hear and things of that nature. I've done that. You got to build yourself up. But in the moments where a fighter may feel desperation,
Or you need it.
or you wish Dak Prescott was getting back on the field in overtime, and y'all didn't get the coin toss.
You didn't get the ball.
You know what I mean? Like it put things into a better perspective for you that, hey, I should probably take it easier on this fighter. He's got a real life to live too.
Exactly.
And what I say is going to injure this guy before he even gets in the ring. We use it as fuel. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of us that do a promotion. We talk all about how a fighter can't sell, and we talk all about how a fighter been lost and got knocked down and so on and so forth to get in their head. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, would you want the battle to be between me and you or
Between me, you,
and everything else? You know what I'm saying?
Between me and you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Shawn, I know this is an unfair question, but who's your greatest boxer of all time?
My greatest boxer of all time is Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
I loved Hagler.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
I love Hagler. Hagler took it to Sugar Ray.
Y'all know I get sentimental when I talk about Marvelous, and this is why. My dad had the Fabulous 5 videotape,
Right.
and that was kind of like I didn't grow up watching boxing, but I grew up watching that tape,
Right.
and it was like pick one, and I picked Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Right.
First of all, the name stuck out to me, like Marvelous. Then the way that he fought, it just was something different about it. I remember thinking that when I was a kid. And then as I grew and got older, and you start to hear other people talk about Marvin Hagler and things of that nature, and then I start to really understand the fundamentals of boxing and X's and O's and all that kind of stuff. I was like, yo, that dude was a wreck.
Yes.
He was to me, he was the one. I said there's
remember-
no more complete boxer than Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Yes.
So he's always been my favorite fighter, right?
Yeah.
Then, fast forward, years later, I'm pro, so on and so forth. I have an opportunity to meet him. And I let everybody else get it because I needed a good minute with him. You know what I'm saying? I shook his hand. I said, I just want to tell you, you're my favorite fighter, and you're a big reason why everything that I do now, I try to do it like you.
Wow.
And he told me, they don't get choked up. He told me, he said, I know who you are. I've seen you fight. I said, I was blown away. I was like,
why is tears in your eyes right now?
I said, what? He said, yes. I like watching you box. I was like, wow. I was like, I just want a picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got the picture and all that. Fast forward, year later, I see him again. And I reintroduced myself. I said, I don't know if you remember, I met you last year. He said, yeah, I remember you. You one of my favorite fighters to watch right now. I said, shut up. He said, no, you are one of my favorite fighters to watch right now. And that's when it clicked to me that everybody that we admired and watched, they love the sport. Even though they stopped, don't mean they stopped watching.
Right.
And that's when it clicked to me like, yo, you're not just doing this for everybody. You doing this for everybody that you looked up to.
Come on.
And everybody that you aspired to be like.
Yes.
So I was like, boom. Like, all right, cool.
The game goes in a circle like
I
this.
got one more for you. I go to Canastota, to the Hall of Fame. This was 2018. I go to the Canastota Hall of Fame. And, of course, we've had a couple of times We've met a couple of times. Now I know he know who I am. I'm not acting brand new or nothing like that.
Right.
And I get a chance, bruh. I get a chance to be right here next to Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Yeah.
If you had saw me that weekend, I was like, you would have thought I was his little brother or his grandson.
Yeah.
That's how close I was to him.
The GOAT put his arm around.
And my thing was, I wanted everybody else, like this is everybody else's moment, but I just want to be close.
Right.
So my thing, something my dad taught me, I'm sorry to take so long with this, something
No.
my dad taught me, he said you got to pay attention to everything, everyone around you. You can learn something from everybody. And things you don't need, just throw them away. But the things you feel you need, you keep those things.
Right.
So my thing was laser focus on Marvelous Marvin Hagler while I was in Canastota. This man, I said, I picked the perfect guy to be like. He take pictures, he do autographs until there's nobody in the line, or they tell him he got to go. I'm watching it all. And I watched that, I saw that, shaking my head. He's with the people, everything that we do. We did the 5K run and all that. He's with the people. The same way that I'm with the people. I didn't learn from him to be with the people. My dad didn't tell me to be with the people. It's just what I felt like I should do and who I've always been. So as I watch, I said, damn, the guy I picked at 8, 9, 10 years old to be my favorite fighter, I'm so much like this dude, and I didn't know that I could be like him. And that's when I was like, man, I picked the perfect guy to want to emulate. So when people tell me, like, yeah, I see you fight a little bit like Marvin Hagler, like that sent me off to the moon. That sent me off to the moon because that's like was one of my things.
I never made that connection until you explained it because I was too busy being focused on. That's the reason why me and you rock.
Yeah.
Because
I took it hard when he passed.
We are people of the people.
I took it hard when he passed.
Yes.
Because I felt like I needed
your role model, your statue, your idol.
Everything that I wanted to be.
In boxing.
I started to become that, and then I saw the man that I wanted to be like everything that I have started to become. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And I know I always get sentimental when I talk about Marvin and all that kind of stuff. Because I took his death really hard.
Right.
I'd only had a few opportunities to shake his hand and be around him and all that, and I wanted more.
Right.
But the fact that I picked him and I was more like him than I even knew, once I started to see it, that hit for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that hit for me.
I definitely, it's relatable, Shawn. And that's another, like, you're so blessed with so many gifts.
Yeah, man.
You know, I don't want to, when I think about when we give people their flowers,
yeah,
it's almost like you're at the end.
Yeah.
But you have so much more in the tank.
Yeah.
So I try to find the perfect phrase or paraphrase to say, I just want to water your seeds.
There you go.
Because you're still growing.
There you go.
You're still growing.
I dig that.
You're there. I think that you're going to come back. I do. Because I think the fans love you, and I think that as we put this energy out there, hi, bros, I think that we'll.
Somebody just tried to stand up on a chair to wave to me and fail.
You see? They're falling for you. They falling for you, man. But hey,
that's
Shawn,
love, man.
I got to get up out of here,
man.
man. I got to go touch the people, man.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna see you later. You gonna be at the barbershop?
So here's the thing about the barbershop. The barbershop wants you. Here's the thing about the barbershop. I got to be on air from 3 to 7.
Okay.
So the time that you pick, that's perfect for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to work, and then I'm gonna try to be Casper.
Huh?
I'm gonna go to work, and then I'm gonna try to pull a Casper.
Okay.
You know what Casper the Friendly Ghost is, right?
I got you.
Okay, so
no,
I won't be there.
Yeah.
I won't be there.
Yeah.
But you know, man, you're definitely in good hands over there at Grand Cuts, man, in DeSoto.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate you, man.
Absolutely, bro.
And you know we're gonna always stay in touch, my man, and enjoy the fight if I don't see you before then.
Let's get it, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Always. My man, he got that. Hey, turn me up. He got that thing. He go, yeet. I can't take it from him, but I be wanting to do it too. Let me do these shout outs real quick. Panda S, love your podcast. My question for you is Prime Manny versus Prime Inoue. Who you putting your money on? Putting my money on Manny. I never saw Manny at that low weight though. At I think 126 is that weight. I never saw Manny at that weight. But you know, just no. What, say again? No, we're on. I'm live. You need something? Sure. Yeah, go ahead, man. My live is free, man. You want to say hi? Yeah, I'm picking Manny to win that. Carson, that's anyways Carson's favorite fighter, or one of. So, so yeah, back to the just the X's and O's. I think y'all got a lot of it right there with myself and Hollywood Bebe. Again, he hooked me up to go do something live at the barbershop. How that came about is he was at the barbershop and they was talking this stuff. He said, "Let me call my man so we can get the real." And I try to get the real. Like I said, I try to be as unbiased as possible, and the list goes on. And so I did. I said, and they were all hyped that I was on the line. I said, "Yo, when I come through, set me up to come there so I can holler at everybody." And he did that. And I said, "Yo, do they mind if I broadcast from the shop?" They said no. So I will be at Grand Cuts in DeSoto, Texas, 4 p.m. Central Time, 1019 East Belton Road, right there. Bebe may or may not make it. We'll see what happens. Beyond that, I got to shout out Swanson Communications, Kelly Swanson, along with Andrew and Tracy. They've done a fantastic job rolling out the red carpet for the Porterweight podcast. And I salute them with both hands because this was pretty much a last-minute thing for me. We were flirting with the idea of going or not going. I said, bump it. I'm going to go do it myself. I think it's going great so far, and I'm happy to be here doing this. And it's because of one more time? Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. What's up, Chris? Whenever he's ready. We got stacks coming through. Yeah, I just want to shout out Kelly, Andrew, and Tracy and Swanson Communications for rolling out the red carpet for us. Shout out to Nelson and Jake and Jacoby. He got me up this morning, 6 a.m., so I could make a 7 o'clock workout. I was a tad bit late this morning, but got a great workout in. Y'all can see that workout on my Instagram and Twitter as well. Shout out to Jacoby. His gym is Self-Made Training Facility, and it is, you can look him up, Bills Fitness _ is his Instagram. Definitely want to shout out Antonio Aaron. I came across him at the gym. He's a good friend of Brandon Adams. Shout out to Brandon. I was talking about Brandon yesterday on the podcast. He's got A² Fitness Boxing. That's in Dallas. And he's working on the production company right now. So great dude, great people out there at a Self-Made Training Facility. If you find somewhere to work, need somewhere to work out, right there is where you can go get that done. I would be remiss if I didn't do this. Let me do this real quick. Yeah, I'm on, but it's all good. You want to come through in a second? You can come through right now if you want to. Good to see you, sir. Huh? What's up with it? Yup. Yeah, I'm on the podcast. You on? You want to get on? Come on. Yeah, throw that out. Yo, we got Ak from Ak Barak Show on the zone.
What's up? What's up?
Let's get him in here. Yeah, you got to get a little closer. Let's get him in here. What's going on, boss?
Man, feels good enjoying this good weather.
I know you was
in
down
Texas. Here. Yeah, I just got in Thursday. You know,
okay.
Had to show face, big fight.
Yes, sir.
Big fight.
One.
Yeah,
what you feeling like?
I don't know. I think I was just talking to my guys where I'm like, how do these guys make 147 pounds and look the way they do?
Yeah.
Same thing when you made the way. Like, what? Yeah. It's unbelievable. I can't even get past 200.
I call it tricks to the trade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I need to learn those tricks.
As we work our way down, we learn the tricks to the trade. No, I'm trying to. I got stacks coming through this Ak right here, and then I'm trying to be done after that. So this is my brother right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Huh? If y'all don't mind. No.
Yo, Ugas is pretty. It's
Hi. No, I can't. I got to do the live.
yeah. I'm realizing that Ugas is maybe a little bit bigger than Errol. I mean,
Their height's about the same. He's a little longer. Okay. He's a little longer.
you share the ring with both of them. Is Errol the stronger fighter?
I believe Errol's a stronger fighter. You know what I mean? Ugas' thing, as long as I've seen him fight, was not his thing when he fought Pacquiao.
Right.
But he's got to get close on you. He
Right,
likes to go
right.
body head.
Right.
He's not. He doesn't work his long arms from the outside too much.
Right.
So he didn't. You know, I didn't let him get close to me on fight night when I
Got
fought Ugas. you
Right.
know?
Right.
Me and Errol, we were in there banging. We
Yeah,
were
yeah.
tussling.
Y'all was
You know what I
mixing
mean?
it up.
Yeah, we was doing the thing. So.
Is that going to serve Errol better, mixing it up in the inside?
Well, the fact that Errol knows how to mix it up on the outside, but also fight from the outside,
Yeah.
will benefit Errol. The fact that we saw Ugas fight Manny a little bit more from the outside and also control that range right here.
Right.
That's my question: is what Ugas are we getting
gonna see?
fight night? Are we getting the Ugas that is ready to bang and just wants to bang,
Or wants to box.
or is he gonna want to set things up and box?
And that'll serve him better in that ring, setting things up from a
I
distance.
believe so. I believe so.
What about Errol's long layoff?
It looks like he's handled that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Like-
why do people, see that as as a hindrance when a lot of times maybe a fighter needs a break? What's wrong with a break?
Yeah, we need our breaks. We learn how to get them. But I think for the most part, and I think that's exactly what it is for Errol, is just the rest.
Right.
Some fighters need to get their blood boiling to that point of an actual fight. So fighting consistently is necessary for some
for
fighters.
some fighters.
I think for a guy like myself, for a guy like Errol, some other guys, I think being able to some of us are able to just get in the ring and get it done and just do it. You know what I
Regardless
mean?
of the layoff,
Yeah.
if you're consistent or not.
Clocking in is clocking in for some guys. And I believe that's where Errol is. He's a guy that's going to clock in tomorrow night and just go to work.
So he gets past Ugas tomorrow.
I believe he does. I do. I believe Errol Spence gets past Ugas.
The magic
How?
question, though.
How?
If he gets past them, the magic question is, will he fight Terrence Crawford?
Hey, everybody's saying to me that the talks are going the right way at this point.
So
he of course has said yeah and all that kind of stuff. What's going on with it?
What's up, bro? Chilling.
Come on, let's slide through.
So it's more progress than ever before.
Yeah.
As far as Crawford and Spence.
That's what I heard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's just talking.
Yes. Until that paperwork is signed, I don't
Yeah.
believe it. That's what I learned as a boxing analyst. Like when you talk up a fight and then it falls through, then you look like a dummy. So until that paperwork is signed,
I'll bottom line it. I don't know what Terrence's situation is with Top Rank and
well, he's done with Top Rank, obviously.
Hopefully, I don't know.
No,
but
I can confirm
it's
that.
done.
He's done with Top Rank.
Then bottom line is, as long as Terrence gets paid what he wants to get paid, the fight happens. There's nothing beyond that. I believe there'll be a little pushback on where the fight takes place and things of that nature. But for the most part, you give him the money he wants and put it in the venue that they both decided should be in, the fight happens.
Let's hope. That's fight fans.
Spence gets past Ugas, and we get Spence versus Crawford next. Ugas gets past Spence, and we get Ugas versus
Crawford.
Versus Crawford.
I mean, this is what boxing's about. The best fight.
If it's a great fight, it's a split decision, and Ugas gets the win.
They run it back.
Why wouldn't you want to see the run back, or why wouldn't you still want to see Terrence, even though he lost, or excuse me, want to see Spence, even though he lost to Ugas?
Still want to see it.
If it's a great fight, it's a split decision, you can't get it done with Spence and Crawford. Why wouldn't you want to see Crawford and Ugas? You know what I mean?
No question about
It's great fights to be made. To me, it's just a matter of time. And I don't think that we should allow the history of boxing showing us that if this fighter lost, then that means this guy
can't fight the other guy.
Can beat the other guy. Styles make fights.
Well, let's introduce his.
I'm here, but I want.
Bob Stack, what's good?
Since you said that, but that's a testament to you. everybody, you lost, but everybody still want to see you fight because you're entertaining.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what boxing is. And like you said, I'm a big-time boxing fan. I don't know as much as y'all do, but I'm a fan, and I watch a lot of boxing. And everybody wants to see the best fight the best. That's just with anything. And if we, like you said, if he can get past Ugas and we can see him fight Terrence Crawford, that's what everybody wants.
And what I've learned recently, because I'm working on some things, but what I've learned recently is the matchmaking that goes into this whole process. It's a process that not even I truly understand.
Right.
It gets to a point, especially at the high level, where you know the name and you know the resume. And sometimes the name and the resume doesn't translate to whoever is getting in the ring.
But to my understanding, at the end of the day, if the fighter really wants to fight, and you can attest to this more than I can because you fought on that level.
That's my point.
If you call Al Heyman and say, I don't care, I want this fight, make it happen. I'm not being picky about the pay. If I got to take a little less, I'm looking for legacy. Let's make the fight happen.
Yeah.
Is that the case?
I'm paraphrasing, but my dad was, you got to get back in the ring during the pandemic. Got to get back in the ring, got to get back. I'm like, I don't want to fight nobody but Terrence Crawford. We're not fighting Terrence if there's no tickets being sold. We're not fighting Terrence Crawford in front of nobody.
Right.
He said, so get that out of your mind and fight somebody else. I said, all right, well, I'm going to fight because I got to get back in the ring. But after that, I don't want anything but Terrence. So
it happened.
We had the conversation with AH, and the conversation was, you're not going to get Terrence now, but we'll put it on the back burner. You'll get him.
How frustrating?
Because AH knew that was what I wanted.
Right.
So it's
right.
It was what I expressed, and I got what I truly wanted. You know what I'm saying?
So you proved my point. That
exactly.
When you put your foot down, it's going to happen.
Exactly.
Is that frustrating for you as a fight fan when you don't see the Crawford-Spence fight?
Yeah, because like you said, we don't know what's going on in the inside. We on the outside looking in. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's a lot to it. It's a lot to put. Yeah, it's a lot of business. And if you're not a professional athlete, it's hard for you to understand just watching.
Right.
Me being a professional athlete, I understand how business comes into play with a lot of things. Maybe more in boxing, but politics is more in basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That affects the game. So it's always something that comes in that affects the sport that the boxers and the fans don't have control of.
Absolutely.
Man.
It made me think that the control that the NBA has over the league itself and over the players.
Yeah.
Y'all go into the league not knowing what you can and can't do until you're told what you can and can't do.
And the schedules are set, so we know who we playing.
And your schedules are set, so you know who you playing.
Yeah.
With the boxing game, it's like
we only know 2 months before the fight happens.
Right.
For the most part.
Yeah.
But how much time did Ugas have before he fought Pacquiao?
2-3 weeks.
2-3 weeks.
Right? Because Errol's eye
like
injury.
2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And what he was able to pull off with that is.
I said it earlier on the show, but the thing about Ugas in that fight, it was harder for Manny to prepare for Ugas than it was for Yordenis to prepare for Manny. Reason being is, think about anybody that was a rookie when you were like on your way out of the league. They watched you when they were teenagers. They watched you when they were on their way to college, thinking, "Oh, one day I got to guard Jackson.
Yep.
One day I'm gonna shoot a 3 in his face one day."
Right.
They're preparing for you when they're teenagers.
Yeah.
They're preparing for you before they're in the league. Mentally, Ugas was preparing for Pacquiao long before the fight was made. It was only a matter of time.
But you know the difference between the schedule, like to your point about the NBA, you know the whole season. In boxing, you as a fight fan, you want a schedule, but in reality, it's not possible because you got to win fights, so you can't plan ahead. You can't say I'm going to fight I'm going to fight in February, then I'm going to fight in May, then I'm going to fight in September. You might not make it that far. You might lose a fight and fall off track.
You're
so
as
you
good as
can't.
your last fight.
But beyond that, that's the hardest part of creating a set schedule for boxing.
Yeah.
Because we fight, I win as everybody expects or how the schedule says, but I got to cut. Delay.
Not only that, and people
I got a
lose.
hurt shoulder. Delay.
Upsets happen.
There's the upset, delay. You know what I mean? So it's really, really hard, man. The boxing game, especially the business of boxing, it's extremely intricate. You know what I mean? One thing goes the wrong way, and none of us get what we want or what we expect. You know what I'm saying?
But we get what we want on Saturday. We got a unification bout. You know what I'm saying? Ugas, Spence. So we all know we want Bud to fight one of these guys. But let's enjoy this moment right now.
Yes,
where
sir.
we
There you
go.
go.
Yes,
There
The
you
best
go.
are fighting the best. Two champions are fighting each
In
other.
Dallas Stadium.
Let me
And
ask
for
you
those
real
fans
quick.
that say, "Oh, boxing, the fights aren't happening. The best aren't fighting the
They
fight."
happening now.
BS is happening.
What you think about the main event?
What you mean? Is what I think-
Like, how do you think the fight's gonna go?
Well, for me, I know I have a lot of respect for Ugas, considering when you have a boxer whose career doesn't start off the way you want to, but you bounce back to get to the point where you fighting Pacquiao and Errol Spence back to back.
Yeah.
I salute guys like that because I was an underdog.
Yeah.
So I salute him. But at the same time, me being from Texas, I got to rock with home. I got to rock with Errol.
Of course.
Not only because he's from Texas, because he is a problem in the ring as well.
Yeah.
You know, so Ugas is a guy that has a lot of success with left-handers. I think he's like 6-1 against left-handers.
Yeah.
But both of these guys going to fight. I know it's going to be exciting. I'm just happy to be here.
You can relate to that, like as far as being an underdog, coming back, and you know what I'm saying, being able to look at those dudes that wrote you off, like, yeah, you see, I still got it.
Well, both of them have that.
What's
Both of
that
them have
mindset
that.
like?
Both of them have that. Earl's been through a lot, the surgery, everything.
Been through a lot,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Coming back,
Yeah.
and Ugas, he's really the underdog. People really counting him out.
Yeah.
But that's when your confidence, self-confidence come in. I'm not worried about what everybody else say.
Yeah.
If I'm prepared, if I took care of business in training camp, and I'm showing up in shape, and I
Yeah.
know that I did everything I had to do to prepare for this fight, damn everything else, anybody else got to say, I'm ready to go to work.
I don't know if I said this on my podcast yet, but before I fought Spence, we were in Vegas before we flew to LA, and we had our last training session. It was just 5 of us in the gym. It was my dad, it was Coach Barry, it was Coach Wade, and it was myself, just 4 of us at that point. And I huddled us up. I said, the only thing that matters is everybody right here.
That's right.
Anything that anybody else talking about, nothing else matters. I said, I was looking at everybody in the eye. I said, the only thing that matters is what we do on fight night.
Your team.
I said, we about to go to LA and shock the world. And that's the mindset that you have to have as an underdog. You got to know that it don't matter what people saying to you or how many people betting against you or you're going to get knocked on, the list goes on. If you believe in what you can do and your team around you, it don't matter what nobody say.
If
The
you
only thing
prepared.
that matters is when that bell rings.
preparation,
Yeah.
And I think that's why you a fight fan. Are you a fight fan because when the bell rings, you see life like happening right in front of your eyes. You see who's prepared. You see who's got the better game plan. You see who's stronger, who's got the more heart and grit and might and all that kind of stuff.
This is the greatest sport in the world. I mean, he'll say that, he'll say basketball, but he knows deep down.
I love boxing. I love basketball probably the same because
yeah?
we all grew up fighting in the hoods and all that, but I love perfection. And I know what it takes to stay in shape, to get in the ring, to take a punch. Like, I admire all that.
Yeah.
Being a professional athlete, I admire all that. So, and in my heart, if I came back, I would love to be a boxer.
Right.
You know what I mean? But physically, I know that I don't have what it takes to be a boxer. So I admire guys, and to see guys be champions, reign in 10, 15 years, to see guys get knocked down, lose 2 fights, and come back and win 7 in a row, like all that I admire because I can't relate to somebody who's never been through nothing. I like guys who've been through ups and downs.
Adversity,
Right.
yeah.
That's where I say adversity makes a champion. That's one of my sayings. Have you trained?
No, never trained.
You ain't never trained before?
I never actually trained. Like, I've hit the mitts.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I never actually trained.
And you've never sparred before?
Never sparred.
What?
I never sparred. It might look like it since the punch I landed in Detroit.
No, that's what I was getting
I
to.
never
No, but you
Hey,
you
wow.
got what it takes to be a fighter. You got a heart. That's
I'm
one
not
of the
scared.
biggest
I'm not
things.
scared
You
of
ain't
that.
scared.
Yeah, I'm not
Everybody
scared.
that loves boxing, like at some point, they try to get in the ring and do it.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Basketball's been good to me. I'm not going to be, even though Darren
You
Williams.
all look crazy
sparring.
on the internet. You all look crazy on Instagram.
I'm not doing that.
I ain't saying
I know
get-
it can go both
Tell me
ways.
up. I ain't saying get in the ring. I ain't saying get
Maybe
in
you
the
need
ring.
to train for 6 months first.
Yeah, I know it go both ways.
But I ain't saying get in the ring with Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like get in the ring with somebody that is about your size.
Somebody new.
That can,
Maybe.
No, don't do nobody new. Somebody new gonna do something
Maybe
stupid.
if I didn't get hit by a car and to get all my teeth knocked out when I was in the NBA, I would. But now, no.
Now you chill. Now you can talk about it. That's it.
I try to get everybody that like to talk about the game and love the game.
to work.
I try to get them to spar.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
One round of boxing.
No, because it gives you perspective.
I wouldn't
You know what I'm
mind
saying?
Exactly.
It gives you
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
You know, that's why one thing about me and Barak, Stack, I don't know if you know, we host a show on DAZN, the daily show, Ak Barak Show, and
Yeah.
we try to be critical but respectful to fighters because I know what it's like to get
Right.
punched in the body, to get
Right.
punched in the nose where your
Right.
eyes are blurry. You can't even see what's in front
Yeah,
of you.
I'm a-
Get the wind
that's gonna
knocked out of you.
happen.
You know what I'm
So,
saying? So
I'ma
it's
set
good
that
to get a
up.
little perspective,
I
and
do
you'll look
one
at
round.
you'll
I ain't
watch
trying
a
to
fight.
scare you.
go-
Nothing. You need to
Nah.
feel it.
Nah, I want to
I
feel
want you
it.
to feel it.
I wouldn't mind.
I want you to
wouldn't
feel
mind.
it.
I wouldn't mind.
Nah.
I would love that.
Nah, I think
You know,
you
Meta,
should. I agree.
Meta do it, or has done it.
I don't think Meta would do it with me though.
No.
Why you guys cool like
I
that?
don't want
That's
So-
my
two.
brother.
I don't
Or-
want two new guys getting in the ring. That's the difference.
What about you and Matt on some playing around stuff?
Well, they tried to do that. They tried, but see, that's the thing though. That's why I'm not a boxer. I don't know how
You
to
don't
do
play.
it.
No, you can't
Yeah,
play with it.
nah. And I don't want to really hurt my brother.
Nah,
but it's
nah.
gonna come to that
No,
if
it
we get in
might.
the ring.
It might. It might.
You know,
It might.
so I don't even want to put myself in that
I
position.
mean, that's why a lot of brothers, as you know, Sean, won't spar.
They won't fight
because
each
they
other.
don't want to, because it could get ugly in there.
Yeah.
And that's
Charlo,
a fact.
Charlo
Yeah,
brothers.
Yeah.
they don't.
Yeah.
They don't spar. This ain't a game, man. It's
lick you
That's what I'm saying, bro. This is not a game, bro.
not a game, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Some people don't get up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I understand that with this game. That's why I respect you. That's why I'm a fan of y'all, because I know what it takes, bro. And I've been elbowed in the game and was dizzy. I can imagine getting hit in the mouth.
Hey,
Non-stop throughout the whole fight.
Come on, man.
even for me, like I played basketball on a very low level, like just high school, freshman year.
Yeah, I saw
things like
footage.
that.
You ain't got no game.
Got no game. Got no game. I facilitate, I pass, and I'll be on the other side. But y'all physical in there.
It's physical.
I never knew how
especially you.
physical it is.
It's physical.
It's mad physical in there.
It's physical. You know what? And that separates the guys who have 14-year careers and the guys who have 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's guys that come in the game like Kobe that want to be the best at it.
Yeah.
It's guys that come in the game, I want to be a star in my role and provide for my family.
Yeah.
Then there's guys that's I'm happy to be in 1 year.
Yeah.
Shit, if I stay, fuck it. But I still got money. You know what I'm saying? I was one of those guys. I came in the NBA to be a star in my role and to take care of my family.
There you go.
Because
Long term.
I knew in my mind I couldn't be Kobe Bryant because I didn't want to be Kobe Bryant. I wanted to be Steven Jackson.
Right.
Right. So that was my goal, and that's why I was able to have a long career because I was a star in my role and I knew who I was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you were yourself the whole
Exactly,
time.
the whole time.
The whole time.
Woo. We good here?
I'm enjoying this.
I appreciate you coming through,
Anytime.
man.
Pleasure to meet you, dog.
You in there tomorrow
Yeah,
night,
I'm in
right?
there. Pleasure
okay.
to meet y'all. Yeah, for
Yep.
sure. Thanks
All
for
right,
having me,
no
man.
doubt.
Pleasure to meet you,
Yeah,
bro.
we
I
got,
can
I
come on
got. I
yours,
want to
too.
connect with you so you could be a guest on our show
Yes,
or
sir.
whatever.
Love to.
How you
Appreciate
gonna,
Sean.
you gonna come on my show to
No,
make a connection for your show?
You know, that's what we
This is the
doing here, networking.
disrespect.
All right, peace and love, folks.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna get these last shout outs out right quick, and then we rolling. Thanks to the 5 Stacks for coming through. All the smoke on Showtime. Make sure y'all check that out with Matt Barnes. The T-shirt is officially on sale. This is a commemorative T-shirt of not my entire career, but just the bigger moments in my career. The WBC title, the IBF title, of course. I'm a 2-time welterweight world champion, and then a couple of other shots. The main shot on this T-shirt right here is me, 8 years old, winning my first trophy. This is the actual shirt, or excuse me, actual picture and first trophy that I ever won. Quick story about this. I walked in the gymnasium, and I just always been about being the best and having the best. I saw this trophy. It was the biggest trophy over there. I said, I want that trophy. And they ended up handing it out to me after my fight. You know what I mean? So I think even from day one, I've always gotten what I wanted in the boxing game. I ended getting what I wanted out of the boxing game. And now hopefully I'm giving y'all what y'all want from the Porterweight Podcast right here in the boxing game. I think I'm good with all my shout-outs. I want to shout out to Looptify, ShopShawnPorter.com. ShopShawnPorter.com is where you can get the shirt. They are selling fast. They are all autographed by me. And get your shirt soon. I definitely got to shout out the PorterweightPodcast.com. You can get Porterweight Podcast merchandise right there. If I don't do that, Ant is going to kill me when I get back to Las Vegas. We will be live once again, 4 o'clock Central Time, just a couple of hours at the barbershop, Grand Cuts Barbershop. I'm not going to shout out the address again. Y'all rewind if y'all need that. I done already shouted out Lutify. I already shouted out the Porterweight Podcast. ShopShawnPorter.com. I think we good. I think we good today. We had 5 Stacks over come through. We had Ak from Ak Barak Show come through. And of course, Hollywood Bay doing his thing, as always. Appreciate y'all staying tuned, and we'll catch you in a couple hours. God bless y'all.